Hey guys, it is Vicky from Adventures and Vlogs with the Jacksons. I'm coming to you today with a little bit of a rant. Just a little bit, but just touching bases with you guys. Um, yeah, so to start off, I've been a little stressed, guys. A little stressed. And if anybody is out there a little stressed, just take it one day at a time. Um, as I mentioned in my last video, I am currently still working and I cannot work from home. I am working at my office, which is a little difficult for me because I have a family and with small children, and my job does not see that. They know it and they kind of just brush it under with like, oh, how's everything going? Are you and the kids okay? How are the kids keeping up at home, and how are they dealing? And it's just like, really, because you're putting their mom at risk every day coming to this office when I can work from home, on my computer and things like that. And it's frustrating, so I try to take it one day at a time, but it is kind of taking a toll. And regardless, I have to suck it up and basically be okay with what's going on. And I know that's hard because, of course I have to put my family first, and I do put my family first, but I have to work. I have to still provide during a time like this. So it's I'm dealing as best as I can, but it really does get stressful. Another thing is Friday the 27th was my son's birthday, and though he got, gifts, my coworker made him a cake, which was awesome because we were not able to get it at the bakery at the Walmart because of all this stuff that is going on. So my coworker went ahead and made a cake, which was very nice, and he loved it. He loved his birthday. It just reminded me of the simple fact that he only received 2 phone calls other than me and his father to say happy birthday. He didn't notice it, but I noticed it, that it's kind of hard not having friends or family, even remember a birth date or anything like that. So it's very tough, dealing with certain things and not having a support system. So that's why I have to continue to work because of lack of support, or lack of a support system. It gets very tough. So I'm dealing, my son, like I said, he does not notice that. He just sees, oh, toys, gifts, whatever. And, but it's just me as an adult, where you come from these large families and you realize who's really family. And though people have lives, that's, of course, I understand that. And you may not talk to them every day. You might not even talk to them every month, whatever. It's just the simple fact that I feel like everybody needs someone, or everyone needs a support system, even if it's a friend or two, where you can reach out and, hey, what's up, but we really don't have that here, especially in Southern California, and we're all alone. It's just me and my little family. So it kind of sometimes gets to me, but I deal with that on a whole different level, so that's why in my previous videos, I was saying mental health is very, real, and that everyone should practice at least meditating, yoga, whatever you can do to kind of like get out of your head as far as negativity, or getting out of your head with, doubts and things like that. So at a time like this, it is very hard because of everything that's going on and everything like that. So trust me, I get it, but yeah, just at least try. Now, as far as my weight loss, I've been doing pretty good with that, but I would like to do better. And I know that right now I'm kind of stifled because everything that's going on. Like this whole virus thing is like, I feel like stopping a lot of everyone's growth. And that was rude, but Anyway, so um yeah, so yeah, I feel like it's stopping everybody in a process or whatever process that anyone is going through. I feel like it is stopping. Like, look at my hair right now. Process stopped. Beauty stores closed. It's like I can't even get my life together and feel better, you know. So I'm getting there as well. So yeah, I feel like I'm trying my best to maintain at a time like this, but it gets very, very hard. It gets very, very complicated. But it's just, it's, how can I explain it? It is very, very stressful. It is very, very irritating. It is very, very depressing when you are forced to basically be in the house all day, every day, and you, it's nothing that you can do about it. You're even having people at this point reporting people who are not 6 feet away. You know, like it's too much. It's too much going on, and so it's on a whole nother level. So I'm trying to maintain, you know, and it it's just, it is what it is, guys. So we all have to deal with it. But I just wanted to come to you guys today and, you know, just get on a personal level and rant a little bit. But I do want to let you guys know that I did make a podcast. My podcast is strictly just to vent, you know, vent a little bit more than, like, right now I'm face to face with you guys, and I don't want to use a bunch of the language that I would use. I'm not there yet. I'm not there yet. But on my podcast, I am just going to be real raw, and I'm letting everything go. On this podcast, I am talking about a bunch of different topics. A lot of topics have to do with um, being overweight, being, you know, having lack of support, you know, relationships, children, single moms, single dads, things like that. I'm touching bases on everything because though I am 26, I have been through a whole lot of BS, and I feel like me sharing that with people, you know, can help people, and it can help, you know, just reach someone. I don't even care if it's just one person. I don't care, you know. So I went ahead and made a podcast. My podcast is not, I'm not shoving it in anyone's face. I am not looking for views. I'm not looking for an audience. I want everything to reach someone organically. Maybe they'll just come across it. So I'm not trying to, like, boost this, boost that, and, you know, just be on top of the world with it. It's honestly just to help myself, you know, and let it out, and hopefully help somebody else, you know, in certain situations. I really honestly wish if I had the money, if I had the time, if I had the guidance back then, I would even, I would want to be like more like a youth counselor or something like that. Maybe something where you can help someone who you know is in need. So something where you can help someone where, how can I explain it? Where you can help someone who you know, you're seeing yourself and you're seeing them going down the same path, so you just want to stop them. And it's hard to do that because, you know, kids nowadays and even adults nowadays, they don't want to hear nothing. You don't know my life, you don't know any, and I get that. So but I feel like nowadays is so many different ways to have, you know, have your voice heard, you know, and sometimes you have to start from the bottom, and that is being patient. That is, you know, being okay with, being okay with not being heard in the beginning, being okay with starting from the bottom, being okay with no one caring, you know, and that takes like a hard body person. That takes like someone who has like a tough skin, you know, because in the beginning, no one is gonna care. I know that. I know it's a process, and you have to be okay with the process. So right now, I am very much okay with my process with weight loss, my process with the YouTube channel, my process with my podcast. And I just want to tell everybody, any and everybody who is looking to do anything like this, that could be with your career, going back to school, that can be you looking for new employment, you seeking a different type of job than you had before, anything of those sorts. You have to be okay with the process. So you have to be okay with people telling you no. You have to be okay with people shutting the door in your face. You have to be okay with people saying, I don't want to hear it. You have to trust your process. And if you know it's for a good cause, keep on going. Do not let anyone discourage you or anyone tell you that you're not good enough or that it can't be done, because things are not made overnight. And I feel like now, since everyone has such like, oh, I have like 1,000 followers, or I have 2,000 followers on Instagram or on Twitter or on Facebook, it's just going to happen overnight, because you could just shove it in their face. You could just plaster everything everywhere. But it's a little bit harder for people who don't have this platform. So for the people who don't have this platform, and it's sometimes even for the people who do, because it's not everybody's lane, you know, but if you feel like it's a good message, it's a good cause, you have to trust your process. And it took me a while to understand that. Like before, like I want to say trying to get jobs, and trying to get jobs is something that I wanted to do. It was so hard, and I wanted to give up. Okay, I'll just work at Walmart. Okay, I'll just work at the food store. And it was so annoying, because that's not what I wanted to do, especially once I started going back to school. And I'm like, I'm going to school for this, but I'm working here. That makes no sense. So which means I'm working here and I'm not getting experience in the stuff that I'm going to school for. So it was just like all over the place, and I would be so upset. And then, you know, I sat and I talked with, you know, my partner, and he's just like, I'm gonna help you. And he really did. And he helps me more than anybody. And trust me, we have our differences and we go through a lot, and we've been through a lot. But once I wanted to make this change of, hey, I don't want to work here. Like, I'm tired of it. I'm going to school for this, and nobody wants to hire me for what I'm going to school for. So why am I going to school? And I just wanted to give up. And sometimes I want to give up. It's going to school right now. But he helped me, because he set up, he helped me with my resume. He helped me, you know, put out, you know, job applications and send my resume off to places. Even when I couldn't, he was sending, you know, my resume off. And I just had to trust my process. So me starting to even get phone calls back from these places, I'm like, why would they want me? I have no experience. I had to trust my process of, well, they get the experience. So I would go on these interviews, and I will straight up tell them at these interviews, hey, listen, I don't have the experience really, but I have this, that, and the third. And guess what? You don't have to pay me a ton. You can pay me whatever it is that you feel like you want to pay me, and I'll start from the bottom and build my way up. And that's what got me the job that I'm at today. The job that I'm at today, like I said, I work at a office for a psychiatrist, and I do follow-ups. I make patient charts. I'm even doing billing, and then they're going to train me in insurance. I've never done this before, but I told the lady, and she just loved my attitude. And she's like, you know, she's like, I wouldn't have hired you originally because of the simple fact that you don't have a lot of experience in what we do. It's the attitude. And, you know, she was just like, I love the attitude, so I'm willing to train you. So, and I ended up actually getting 2 jobs, you know, doing something that I've never done before, but it was just my go-getter attitude. So, like I said, if anybody's out there and they're looking to do anything, you have to put your mind to it, for one, and you have to trust your process. And that can get hard. You can get angry, you can get mad, you can whatever. But trust your process and never give up, because that's what everybody's expecting you to do. So never give up. So like I said, right now I'm working, I'm going to school. I go to school online, thank God, but it's still like time frames of when I have to get, you know, paperwork in and things like that. So again, working, going to school. I'm doing the YouTube. I'm trying to lose weight, and I'm also doing a podcast now. And I just have to trust my process. And though I know I don't have a lot of time to do all these things, I'm going to find a way to manage it, whether that's you have to write down in a planner, like, okay, today do this, today do that. Maybe that's what I should do, because I should take a word, advice for myself. But yeah, maybe, like, you have to figure out a way that things work for you, and nobody has to understand that. As long as you understand it, nobody else does. And at the end of the day, nobody is going to have your back like you have your back. So just do any and everything that you possibly can to push yourself. And at times like this is the best time to really sit down and think about things. Like, I've been thinking about, okay, after graduating, what am I going to do? How am I going to do it? Or what job am I going to look into? Things like that. Do not spend this time, being lazy. Get up, and do what you got to do. And like I said, trust your process. So if you want to be a big YouTuber, get up, film every day. It's something that I don't do, but I will get there, and trust that process. If you want to get up and you want to own a company, get up, figure out how you can do it. Trust your process, but never let anybody tell you that you can't. And along that way of, if you're anything like me, where you have very little support, or your support is far away, because a lot of my support is far away, trust me, touch bases with them, get opinions and everything like that, but trust your thought and trust your gut, and you'll get there. So again, guys, this is Vicky from Adventures and Vlogs with the Jacksons, and this is me trusting my process. I will put the link in my description below of my podcast, and I will continue to upload videos. Again, tonight I'm going to be uploading a review for Ozark Season 3. I only watched 5 episodes, and then tomorrow I'm going to be doing 5 more episodes, the last 5 episodes for Ozark, and doing a review on that. I'm going to try to upload as much as I can, and then I'm going to start doing the Hulu, it's a Hulu TV, Hulu special TV called Little Fires Everywhere with Reese Witherspoon and Kerry Washington. I'm going to start doing reviews on that. I'm gonna have Rashid start doing reviews with me, because he claims that he wants to be a part of it. So he has to watch these TV shows too and be a part of it. So you'll either see me by myself or me with him, and we'll both just like tag team and do the reviews together. But I hope you guys like what you see. Please like, share, and comment, and subscribe.